see this deck unfold, you're going to see why. And then, of course, the only creatures that I will actually attack with are not these guys. I would only attack with flying creatures. And if you start coming at me with crazy shit with big-ass creatures, you play the moat and you just kind of block everything that doesn't fly and kind of protect that. If anything flies and is big, you go in the coffin and go to sleep. If I'm getting mana screwed, I land tax you and I draw a bunch of lands and crap like that. I believe those are basic lands, right? Search your library for... Isn't that say like search for basic? Yeah, I was like, I don't think you can search for libraries or anything. It has to be basic. Obviously, Tabernacle, I usually use this as a sideboard card. I never really actually just kind of played with it most of the time in the deck. Tabernacle to me, I feel like the Tabernacle is more of a card to kind of help slow your opponent down. And if you're running an all artifact deck with literally workshops, libraries, and you're drawing a ton of cards, you have a ton of soul rings and moxes, I'm not really worried about the one extra mana cost for my style of deck. It doesn't really negatively impact me. So, next thing. You gotta have the original old school Karakas. I know the price.
Forward unto darkness.
Systems online. Four, three, two, one.
Hey everybody, it is Quicken, and today I wanted to do something a little different for Tattoo Talk Tuesday, and obviously go somewhere a little different. I am kind of losing myself in Philadelphia, and honestly, anything to get out of my house. I feel so cooped up in there. Winter is fun. So before the sun sets, I thought I would introduce a tag I've been working on, a tag video, and that is the Tattoo Collectors tag. Created these questions just because I've seen different tag videos and I've seen tattoo tag videos, so I thought I would give it my own spin and definitely encourage you guys to do it on your own YouTube channels or your Tumblrs or your Instagrams, because I think it would be a ton of fun. So just jumping off, the first question is, do you consider yourself a tattoo collector? And I definitely do. I feel like it's kind of a little title that some people either really relate to or really stray from, but I feel like personally I am one. I feel like I treat it kind of like a hobby. I treat it like a collection, so I definitely think I can call myself a tattoo collector. If it's an unpopular opinion, so what? I don't know. I don't collect many other things, really. Well, I guess I do. Well, this is one of them. So the second question on the tag is, do you have a specific tattoo that turned you into a tattoo collector? That's when you knew you were a collector. I feel like I definitely do. I mean, when I first started getting tattooed, my first tattoo I got when I was 16. And when I first got that tattoo, I thought I didn't want any more tattoos. And it wasn't until I was around 18 or 19 when I started to actually get tattoos like back to back, accumulatively, in order to build a piece. So I would say the tattoo that started off my tattoo collection would definitely be my heart locket and key. It was my first like traditional tattoo that could definitely be built upon, and that's what happened. And it was the first tattoo where I did research and found an artist, and I picked out a specific style. I got the outline, and then I got the colors, and I feel like it was a true glimpse at like what being tattooed would be like. At that point, I'd already had like 4 tattoos, but that was definitely the tattoo that I was like, all right, okay. What tattoo did you have to travel the furthest for? Where did you go? So I think to date, my furthest tattoo I got was in Richmond, Virginia. I got a matching tattoo with my friend Alex Valencia. We met through Tumblr, so I went to Richmond to like meet her officially and hang out for the week, and we both got matching tattoos from Max Kuhn. And I think to date, Virginia is the furthest place I've ever gone to get tattooed, though I'm like not opposed to traveling and getting tattoos in other places. Hopefully I get tattooed in California, just saying. Where was the closest? And that's question number 4. The closest place I've ever been tattooed was literally in my own bedroom. Alex came to Philadelphia, and she does these like really awesome stick and flip tattoos, and we like spent the weekend in my bedroom. I think it was cold. We like marathoned every episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and she gave me a tattoo right in my bedroom. And I love the tattoo. It says "Don't try," and I'll never get it covered up. I'll never change it. I'll never get it removed. It's one of my favorite tattoos from someone I really admire. So my bedroom has to be the closest I've ever traveled. The 5th question on here is, what tattoo artist has tattooed you the most often? And I really had to think about this one because a lot of my tattoos, I feel like a lot of artists have tattooed me between like 5 and 6 times. So I think with that, it would have to be, probably Mark Cross, and then maybe Max Kuhn as a close second. But probably Mark Cross the most. I mean, that's the most sessions I've ever gotten from somebody, probably the most amount of tattoos ever, and probably someone who I've been tattooed by the longest too. I met Mark, I don't even know, maybe in like 2012. So I think probably Mark Cross is who I've been getting tattooed by, who has tattooed me the most. Number 6, any tattoo artist you follow that you dream of getting tattooed by. I think on my list, probably Cassandra Francis is one of the biggest people who I want to get tattooed by on Instagram. She took like a little hiatus and now she's back. I love the girl heads that she does. I love the flowers that she does. She's so great. I don't know, I dream of getting tattooed by her, but of course, like, she tattoos in another country, so I feel like it would be so difficult and definitely not even something I can do in the next year, but definitely someone who is on my, like, list. So, number 7 is name 2 tattoos that took the most sessions to complete. So, right off the top of my head, my back tattoo, which is a girl and like a devil holding a skeleton. I think that one took the most sessions with 6 sessions to complete over the course of like 6 months. But I think my other tattoo that took the most amount of sessions was definitely my shark tattoo. So if you guys know that story, that tattoo was super challenging to get complete because about halfway through it, the tattoo artist who started it did not want to complete it. So not only did that take about 6 sessions to complete, but there was like a year in between that tattoo where I had to find another artist who was willing to like pick up where the original artist stopped off and then finish it. It was the worst experience of my life, and it kind of sucks because I do love that tattoo and I love the message, but sometimes late at night I'm like, damn, that sucked. Number 8 is a tattoo that took the longest to heal or to have completed. And probably the tattoo that took the longest to heal was probably this tattoo I just got by Jessie Houston on my upper thigh here. And that's just because I think it was an area of my body that was really hard to protect. I think just because it was so far up my leg, like even loose pants, like fleece lined tights, like it was just really hard to complete. And you know, it's the winter, so our skin is dry and cold, and with all of the color packed into there, I think it took about a month to like 6 weeks for that tattoo to finally feel like my skin. I love that tattoo though. I love the color saturation, and that's just how long that takes. I think another tattoo that probably took the longest to complete was, there's a tattoo on my forearm of a sinking ship, and the story behind that is I had it started by a tattoo artist, and it's definitely a smaller tattoo that should have only taken one session to begin with. But the tattoo artist, you know, he did the outline and he was like, let's sleep on it, let's sleep on the colors, you know, we'll come back, get it done. And I was pretty new to tattooing, so I was like, yeah, this sounds right. So, sorry. So I was like, yeah, sure, that sounds right. And when I called to make a follow-up appointment, like 4 weeks later, they said that the tattoo artist had actually moved to like, well, first they didn't know where he moved, so I was like, oh, great. And they were like, you know, we feel horrible about it. We didn't know he was moving. Come to the shop and have it finished by one of us. And I don't know, like early on I didn't feel good about that because it was like, wasn't their fault. So I think I waited close to like a year for the tattoo artist to come back and finish it. And I feel bad about it, but after he was finished, I was like, that's free, right? This is free, right? And he's like, yeah. Number 9. Do you have any tattoo artists that have become your friend through tattooing? And I'm gonna go for the vague answer and just say that like the people who have tattooed me and the people who consistently tattoo me, I feel so good about. I feel like I love all of them so much, and even if we're not like best friends, like not texting or whatever, I'm always really excited to see the people who tattoo me, and that feels good, that feels like love, that's bond. So many of my tattoo artists have also inspired me in different ways, and I feel like that is also a relationship. Like, Mark Cross continues to inspire me. I love the pop-up shop. I love that he continues to grow as an artist and isn't just like sitting in the tattoo shop and like that's it. I love that. I always think about Max Kuhn and his journey and his approach to tattooing, and couldn't say enough good things about Jesse Preston. It's just all so good. I love that Mike Ski is a tattoo artist and a graphic designer and a sign painter. I think it's so cool. So even if we aren't best friends, I constantly feel inspired by these people, and I love that. That makes me feel awesome. So number 10, do you post pictures of your tattoo or not? I thought this was a question that belonged on the list. I thought it was really interesting. So do I post pictures of my tattoos? It really depends. You know, I do make a lot of content focused on tattoos, so my tattoos do get put out there and do get posted, but I am a lot more careful about how I post pictures of my tattoos than I used to be. Before, I was really excited to post tattoo pictures. I thought it was a great way to show appreciation for the artist, show my friends, like, check out this artist, look at the tattoo they gave me, look at me, look how cool. Obviously, posting your picture of the tattoo does all that stuff for you. But with that, you know, you get a lot of feedback, a lot of people who are like, if you post your tattoo, then I have all the rights to copy it because you posted it and you should have known better. So with that, you know, that's all really discouraging to me, and it all seems like really malicious behavior that I don't want attached to my tattoo. But I've gotten better about it, and I've gotten into this habit where when people message me and ask me about tattoos or ask me about reference pictures of my own tattoos, I just simply say, if you have to copy my tattoo, don't fucking take a picture of it. I know that's awful, and I know it's a really sensitive topic on the internet, and that's why posting pictures of my tattoo are hard. Most of the fucking time I do it though. I love my tattooed body, and showing those pictures is something that's important to me too. So the answer is yes, but tentatively so. I don't know. So number 11, and this is the second to last question. Number 11, how do you react when someone asks to see one of your tattoos? So, like I said, if it's online, you know, I'm not really keen on like sending people reference pictures of my own tattoos, just because I believe going to your tattoo shop and describing a tattoo that you like is the best way to guarantee you're not going to get a copy or copy someone. So when people are like, hey, can you send me a reference picture of your cardinal? I'm like, just pick out a tattoo artist you like and tell them you want to pick a tattoo of a cardinal. So that's hard. Okay, my camera died with 0 notice, so this will be finished from super high res to iPhone. So in that aspect, I am pretty sensitive about people asking me to see my tattoos. In real life, it's kind of just all about the approach. Like, if someone is really nice and comes up to me who seems to be genuine and just wants to see the tattoo, they kind of just like use my best judgment and kind of just feel out the situation. I use intuition. Like, if I feel like someone is coming up to me harmfully, or they're coming up to me to use me as a lesson for their kid, which has happened. It happened in the Poconos. Tattoo people have a hard time in the Poconos. I'm a little more rejecting in that aspect. You know, there was a time where I was at Friendly's with some friends, and the table behind us had like some kids at it, and they kept turning around to like cry, and then the mom wanted to talk to us, and I was just like, no, we're just here to have a nice time. You know, if you need to talk to your kid about being like modified people, go to home. Normally, you know, if I'm just like at the bank and the bank teller is just like trying to make conversation with me, yeah, I'm like usually not really resistive. If I'm at like a tattoo convention and people want to talk to me, like, yeah, that's totally fine. It's usually the people who are malicious that I'm not interested in, and I try to just use like constructive language to be like, fuck off. So it really depends on how people approach me. Most of the time I'm a little nervous, and I do keep a lot of my tattoos covered in real life. So, I react on a case-by-case situation. Number 12, when will your collection be finished? I just think that I'm eager to finish my arm, I'm eager to finish my leg, my back, my stomach. I think all of that can take years. I think my collection will be complete once I feel satisfied, and right now I can look at my body and feel great about it, but then I pick apart the new spots and I'm just like, what are we gonna do about this? So yeah, no answer. So 13, this is my favorite question, and this is who do you tag? And I don't even know where to begin. I tag everybody who wants to make this video. Please use the hashtag Quicken so I can find it and watch it. I'm super excited. Let me know how you feel. You know, if you're just on Instagram and just want to answer one question, by all means. I'll leave links for everybody who I tag down below, but just off the top of my head, I tag Morgan, I tag Hannah, I tag Catherine, I tag Jacob Starr, who had commented that he wants to do a collab with me. I tag... Some of my favorites are just like on Tumblr or Instagram, so it's hard. I think you can do this on Tumblr. But... Phew, I'll leave everybody down below. I love you guys. Sorry I had to finish this on the iPhone. I hope that works out. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to Tattoo Talk Tuesday and liking this like little alternative episode today and the little alternative scenery. I'm far from home, so I hope this... I should have brought a backup battery. I didn't know we were low on battery. But I love you guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. You enjoyed something a little different. And tag your friends, tag some of your favorite influencers. Justin Bieber is another person on here I'd like to see do the tattoo collectors tag. I see you. Yeah, give this video a thumbs up. Check out previous episodes of Tattoo Talk Tuesday in the playlist link down below. Subscribe if this is your first time here, and until next time, bye.
So be it.
Well, that keeps definitely gone.
Test status confirmed.
Secure